welcome to episode 3 of Cup of Joes, where you get your daily cup of Joe from a couple of Joes.
All right. And this episode is going to be a little bit different. Not that we have a fucking format or anything. We're just two Neanderthals trying to get through life.
Start here and end up there.
Exactly. I think we want to give you a little bit more insight into how we think, a little bit more depth on how we believe our lives should be, which is ever changing, by the way.
Yes.
I remember when I first met you, you were talking about, how you wanted more in life. Like you wanted to get to where you thought success was for you and then even push past beyond that.
Right.
And I think that's what kind of brought us together more as friends, was our same mindset that we're content with what we have, but always know that we can get more.
Yeah, I think that that's something that me and you have been drawn together on, which is there's not a dollar amount, there's not a level of success that we could ever sit by and say, and now I'm good.
Yeah, now I'm done.
I think that's, I think when we started having conversations like that is what brought me and you to the friendship that we have, which is striving for more, surrounding yourself with people that want to help elevate you in life.
Hell yeah.
Rather than keeping you where you're at or and in all aspects of life. Like we're trying to go here, but here is never ending, and it's just a constant.
It wouldn't be fun if we got there.
Right.
And we've done this.
Right, and we've had success. Yeah, we've had a lot of success in our individual lives. And,
and even together.
And together. Right.
And once you get there, you're like, oh, cool, we're here. There's another tier to this. There's always another layer you can peel back.
Right.
Another thing you can do.
Absolutely.
And I know that Taylor came and joined us in our last episode, but she kind of has the same mindset too, like a very entrepreneurial spirit. There's, weird to say, but I think there's few people that actually get life, and I think you're one of those people.
Agreed.
And I think this is like a really small percentage that can see past the veil of all the bullshit and see shit for what it is.
Right.
And then see the angles inside of it, and then be able to execute on those angles. It's just rare. Some people have some aspects of that, but not all of them.
Yeah.
Speaking about our individual lives, I have 3 kids. They are 18, 13, and about to be 10. We're filming this episode, end of December, but not the 29th yet. That's her birthday. And I am separated from my wife. I've had also, my 18-year-old is from a different relationship as well. And that separation was really bad. And my current ex right now is with me through all that stuff too. And so I never say a bad thing about her. And I think as we walk through these roads of life too, Joey, he, recently got divorced and went through a situation as well. And I think the first, or probably maybe the second day that I was separated, I reached out and he gave me this bullet point list of fucking 4 things. I was like, oh, okay, that seems pretty simple. And I looked at it and kind of threw it away. And on the 4th day, I was like, fuck, this is exactly. And what was it? It was like,
I'm actually going to
pull it up.
I'm going to pull it up. But I think it is important. But yeah, and while I'm pulling this up, I've got 2 kids of my own, 5 and 7. Yep. And then Taylor has a daughter that's 8.
Yep.
So, let's see. Where's my bullet points?
And what is Taylor today to you?
She's this has been a topic of how this is going to be addressed. She is my fiance. Okay. We've been engaged for.
Do we want to say this?
Over 2 years now.
Okay. It's a healthcare situation.
Yeah. It is. We've been together for 4 or 5 years. We've been engaged for 2, and we both each been married. And there's just not a huge rush to. We want to get married. That's definitely something that we.
And I don't think you're living like you're not married. Like you guys live together, you share bills. You know.
Yeah, we own a house together.
Yeah.
Raise the kids. Like
Right.
I don't think my kids would.
For all purposes, she's wifey right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Exactly.
All the legal ramifications that come with divorce, if you guys are in that situation, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's sometimes not worth it.
So I do have my list, my 4 things.
Here's his 4 things.
And just how this, I don't know if we'll get into it today.
Yeah.
But I went through a pretty rough divorce.
Yeah.
You were there from day one.
Yeah.
Through the entire thing. And these were the things that I struggled with on day one of finding out my life is about to change.
Yeah.
Drastically.
Right.
But number 1, make sure you're eating. I lost 25 pounds in a week and a half.
Yeah, that's how you got Taylor, though. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is great advice, because on day 3 of me not listening to this advice, I was like, fuck, I'm not eating anything. And when I look back at it again, I was like, yep, okay. Next one.
Yeah, the next one is get some sleeping pills.
Yeah.
I went 3 or 4 days, maybe 5 days. I didn't sleep for even a second. I just replaying different things that have happened and how you got to the situation that you're in.
I remember those texts at 1 a.m. Oh, dude, I realized I just found out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a constant, it's basically simulation in your head.
Yep.
Number 3, focus on today. Don't worry about tomorrow.
Which is super important when you're going through something like that. Because if you try to focus on it all, it just becomes overwhelming and saddening, and the waves of sadness will hit you much harder.
Right. I mean, because and just like we were just talking about, you have this goal in your mind of where you want to go and how you want to get there. And it's that house on top of the hill.
Yep. And
realizing in that moment, and every time you think about that house on the hill is now in flames.
Yeah.
And
just burned that bitch out.
It's gone. If you think about that, I think you can get lost and just your life can spiral real quick. Even in those minutes. I told you I'd watch like my heart rate at work.
Yeah.
And you could see when I was thinking about things because my heart rate would shoot like through the roof. And then you could see that I would forget or busy on other stuff and then go back through.
And the stress that does to your body too, and how much that hurts your internal organs.
You're right.
Like stress is the number 1 killer, right? Heart situations and strokes, number 1 killer. Yep. And stress is how it has to do with this shit.
Yeah. So just taking it by minute, day by day,
step by step, man.
Yeah.
Put one foot in front of the other. The fucking sun's coming up regardless. So you want to be.
Life is going to happen whether you're wanting to participate or not.
Yeah.
It's actually 5 things. Number 4, hit me up anytime.
Yeah, which is a big thing too. Like you need support when you're going through shit like that.
And you need to have someone. I'm a pretty quiet person. I don't reach out to a lot of people if anything's getting tough, but I knew in that time, and you were my person through the entire process. You were with me step by step. And, I still feel the same way. Hit me up anytime.
Yeah. And it's not like a hit me up anytime. It's like a legit, like I could call this dude at 1 o'clock in the morning. He's not going to answer, but he'll call me back in the morning.
Right. And number 5, don't get too fucked up. Don't drink too much.
Yep.
Make bad decisions that set you back, or make a decision that you'll regret for the rest of your life. So don't drink and drive. Don't make a poor decision. Don't go get some random chick knocked up,
Right. Which is great advice, because when you're in that situation and you're in the thick of it, it's like, fucking burn this motherfucker down. Who cares?
Exactly. You just want to get scorched earth on it.
Yeah.
Too.
Right?
I was there too. I made questionable decisions at that time.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm able to give the advice now, is because I went through it, and then you sit there and you think about it later on. And now you're worrying about this problem, but you also have that other problem, the whole divorce issue that's happening in the background. So now you're worried about
main problem.
You're worried about 2 things. You're like, fuck, if I just had the one thing to worry about, this wouldn't be that bad. So just compounds and so that's my quick step to, like, if you're about to get, or you immediately get hit with divorce, or you're going through kind of anything, any stressful time, those are my 5 steps. To
really
survive.
good advice. Really good advice.
Yeah.
Survive is a good word for it too, because that's how you're doing in most of these situations. You just got to get through it, and then you can assess it kind of at the end. If you're able to get through it, and some people can't, man, and they stay down for a long time, they're not able to get up, Right. And it's okay. You can stay down as long as you need, as long as you get back up. Some people take longer than others.
That was something that I was concerned about, because we have the same outlook on things.
Yeah.
We're striving to go to these places, and I was worried, as that divorce and all that situation, like, man, is this going to set me back 2, 3, 5, 10 years? Fortunately, I have you, and the motivation to push through that, and I was only set back, work-wise, I was set back, few weeks. It's really hard to focus on life, but the ultimate goal of everything, I don't think
you're still there.
Took a step back really at all.
Might even have pushed forward faster.
And now I'm with Taylor, and honestly, life is better than it ever was beforehand. So there's always that light at the end of the tunnel, even though it may seem like a fucking pin dot at first. You just gotta keep going towards it. And hopefully you fucking make it. Some of us shoot ourselves in the head. Well, men are higher in suicide rates than women. Oh, yeah.
Because we hold that shit in, and we don't, openly talk to other people. And I think that's why we get along so well, too. We're able to be vulnerable and openly talk with each other about shit like that I don't think a lot of dudes talk to each other about.
Right.
And, a lot of us are living quiet lives of desperation out here.
Yeah. That's generally how I handle things. I just keep it in, and I think about things just at a nauseum, just everything's on repeat, and it's running different scenarios and stuff. But I knew there was going to be an issue when I did start having thoughts of like, life is too hard right now.
Yeah.
And that was the moment that I realized, these are not thoughts that I've ever experienced.
Yep.
I'm hitting up my bud, Joe. We're going to talk through some shit, and
we're going to go out, we're going to have a drink, get our mind off it, go to a Dubs game, fucking talk about insurance. Whatever it takes.
And truly, if there is anyone listening to this, if you're going through something, if you're struggling with anything, please reach out. I'd love to talk with anyone going through, especially divorce. I feel like I went through a lot of different scenarios, and you're going through some stuff as well, and it's a lot to take in.
It's a lot, man. And there's people out there that care, and we fucking care about you. So
we do.
If you say something in the comments and you want to talk, you want to get on a phone call, if you want to be on the podcast, we'll tape that shit, we'll put it on for you.
Absolutely.
So you guys can get advice about your situation, and we'll give it personally to you. If you want it to just be, you call us on the fucking phone, do that, man.
100%.
Too many people do not reach out, and they end up in very bad situations because you can't hold all that shit in. You end up punching a dude in a bar, or fucking, getting into a scenario where you don't need to be, or just being mad all the fucking time and angry at the shit that you've been through. Right. And sometimes if you just let that shit out, go to a break room. I've never actually been to one of those.
No, we talked about doing that while we were on Sacramento. Yeah.
My brother did one, and he said it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
You go there, and I guess each item has a cost to it, which is the best way to do something like that, right?
Right.
Because if you want to break the fucking TV, it's $20, but it's all just in there for you to break.
Right.
It's like eating tapas at a Spanish place. You're just grabbing tapas, but you know how much they fucking cost? $30 a piece.
Right.
Yeah. And we do like to have fun and make light of things too. You have to laugh to keep from crying, man. If you go through life always serious, that shit is just like a lump in your chest. It's cancer.
Yeah. 100%. Like the first couple days of going through all that stuff, like everything was serious, and I try to keep things as sarcastic and as funny as possible. Right. And when life is serious, 1,000,000% of the time, man, it gets dark real quick. But
yeah,
you remember, you were there.
Well, that's why I think a lot of dudes move on really quickly too, like super quickly.
Right.
Because let's just keep it going, man. This is gonna.
Right.
Or try to get out there in those streets.
Swipe.
Swipers. Swipers not swiping. Yeah, so I think in a business sense, we think a lot. I like too. Very entrepreneurial. He won Rookie of the Year at my insurance agency first year out.
Yep.
First year out. That only the second year the agency was in existence as well. So
Right.
fucking, it tells you that we think the same way, but there's a lot of things we think differently about, and we have the unique ability, because some people aren't like this, like me and my brother, to disagree very respectfully and bring facts to the table for the disagreement.
Right.
That are real facts and not shit we're just making up at the time to support our argument, which a lot of assholes do, not realizing we all have Google.
Right.
Also, we can find any article that would support any side too.
Right.
Joey was a high school quarterback as well. High school quarterback. And how has that helped you in your life with your decision making and teamwork and shit like that?
I think it's been more after, playing sports and things like that in high school, and actually not playing the sports, I think, coaching wise.
Oh.
So right after I got out of high school, I was still in college at the time. I'd actually met a guy that came through my work, and he was telling me about how he was coaching this youth football team.
Okay.
I was like
Pop Warner stuff? Or
yeah.
Okay.
So I think 11, 12 years old, somewhere in that range. And I was like, I would love to get involved in something like that. And he's like, well, come on out today. We're holding practice
today. He said today.
Today. 'Cause this was like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Like
fuck
4
yeah.
o'clock, we're getting out onto the field. If you're interested, come on out. And I did, and got like addicted to coaching football. So that's actually changed my life. I think the most, even more,
Coaching.
playing sports is I feel like I'm better at coaching sports than I am at actually
Playing them.
playing sports.
He was a service quarterback. I mean, what were your numbers? I mean, look him up. You could
Oh,
find him.
yeah. I'm sure Max Preps has them somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
Just Joey Myers with an IE.
yeah, yep. But yeah, being able to like coach kids through something like that, and that's why that goes back on all the topics of
For sure.
of being able to help people and seeing a bigger picture than just that moment, like that play.
Yeah.
Getting you focused on the next player, the next.
Because that's an interesting age too, because that's right. It's kind of after love of the game, because that's probably established a lot, but you're still trying to get that.
Right.
But they're also going to get very technical very soon, and you want to coach that as well. So that's a cool like medium balance between.
It's actually my favorite age to coach, because you're not teaching the basics of the game anymore.
Right.
You're actually teaching skill
Yeah.
for the very first time, or strategy for the first time. So it's really like getting in the kid's head of like, oh, that's why I've done it this way.
Yeah.
And it's like 100%.
Yep, that's why you keep fucking up on that side. Oh, that's why this works.
Right.
This is what you're doing that makes it work.
Exactly.
That's cool.
So it's seeing that click for the first time in the kid's head instead of that time. Because I mean, before that, it's just, oh, I ran and scored a touchdown. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, because you're faster than everyone.
Yeah. That was the wrong end zone.
Right. But yeah, it's like seeing that light in the kid's eyes of like,
Yeah.
click, I got it. I coach Mason now, and I kind of get that same.
How is that? Is that different than coaching other kids? Coaching your own kid? You think you're harder on your own, or
Way harder.
okay? Yeah.
Every meme that you've ever seen about coaches with their dad. Look, little Johnny gets up. I hit him a little tiny little grounder.
Yeah.
He gets it. Throws it to third base. I said first.
Yeah, he's fun.
Mason, I get up. I take a full swing. He fires it to the right place. Everything looks good. I'm like, damn it, it could have been better.
Should have hop skipped, motherfucker.
Right.
That's great. I think behind every great person that plays sports is a dad like that, though.
Right.
I mean,
But I mean, it's something like I'm super aware of. Like, I know as I'm doing it, like, I'm that asshole. And then I try to like, all right,
back it off a little.
I need you to love the sport still.
You do.
So we try to keep a It's a hard.
Yeah.
It really is a hard balance because he's super talented for his age.
Yeah, it seems athletic.
And I still want him to love it because if you don't love it, you're not.
Yeah, you're not gonna. You won't.
And that's a life.
Yep.
That's a lifelong thing. You can be good at anything, but if you hate it, then you're gonna quit that job. You're gonna quit the team, sport, whatever. So it's mostly cultivating like a love for it, but also at the same time, it's kind of a balance of, I think if you're really good at something, you will naturally love it more than if you are terrible at it.
For sure.
Having a good time.
Yeah.
I think if you're good at it, so it's a balance. It's a hard.
It is. They say there's only 3 things you can be bad at and still have fun doing. 1, dancing. Be terrible at it, still have fun doing it. The other, sex. You can be terrible at it, but still have a great time. And a third is singing.
Interesting.
Now, most people will sing to themselves if they're terrible, but they still have a good time doing it.
I know all 3 of those.
Now, put them all together.
Which I did.
On a constant basis. Yeah. Now what other memes are we going to create there now that we had Taylor on the last episode?
This is one of the ones that we have to block the spouses from.
For sure. No. I don't know if we could. They'll make new accounts. They'll figure it out.
Yep.
It's fine. We wouldn't say anything we wouldn't say directly to their faces. For what? I mean, most of the time. You had some conspiracy theory things, right? We could get some lightness in this episode.
All right, hang on. Let's. Are you a Christmas movie person? Or are you a movie person?
I'm a movie person, yes, and a Christmas movie person.
It is the time of year.
It is.
What are your top 5? Doesn't have to be in order, but
top 5.
I'll take in order. Top 5 Christmas movies.
Don't think I could put them in order. Okay. A Christmas Story, of course.
Terribly overrated.
Elf.
Great
Love
movie.
it. Love it. Scrooged. Have you ever seen Scrooged?
I watched it last year for
Classic,
the very
man.
first time.
No shit.
Last year, Taylor's like, "No, you got to watch this," and I watched it. I was like,
It's
"This is
fucking
actually
amazing, isn't it? It's a Bill Murray movie. If you guys don't know what this is out there in TV land, it's a Bill Murray movie, and it was my mom's favorite movie. And that gives you some insight into how I was raised. But yeah, we used to watch it every. I remember like being, because that movie came out in what, fucking the 80s or 90s, early 90s?
It had to have been 80s.
I remember being like 12, 13 years old and buying her a VHS for Christmas so that she didn't have to watch it on like the Hallmark channel or wherever the fuck it came on. Because they didn't have any other cussing or anything. But there's some great actors that were in that movie, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so that, oh fuck, Die Hard. People don't think this is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
It is a fucking Christmas movie.
I feel like it's been talked about so much as if it is. If it isn't, that it now is a Christmas movie. It doesn't even matter.
It's in the category. It happened on Christmas.
Right.
In Nakatomi Tower, there was a big Christmas tree in that. Did the other ones happen on Christmas too?
I don't think so.
Maybe the second one did, but I don't think the third, fourth, fifth,
Yeah.
sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth.
The 9th one definitely is not.
It was not centered around Christmas. So, but Die Hard 1, definitely a Christmas movie. And I got 4. What else? Oh my gosh. What is the claymation toy movie? What?
Which one? Rudolph?
I think it's Rudolph. Yeah, is it Rudolph? Yeah, with the
Well, they have
Island of
three
Misfit
different ones.
toys and the. That's Rudolph. It must be.
Is it? Okay. It might be Rudolph. There's Frosty the Snowman, and then there's like the Christmas That Never Came or something like that.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. I might have to put Nightmare Before Christmas in there.
That's one.
I might have to put that in.
My daughter just asked me. She's like, "Next year, can we watch that for Christmas?" And I was like, "Absolutely."
It's great, man.
Yeah.
Small story on that. When I was about 10 or something, because that movie came out in like 98, it's Burton claymation. We went to the Grand Canyon and we took a train. And on this train, my sister's like 5, 6 years old. She's just, this tiny girl with this huge hair. And this girl takes a liking to her, and she's just, they're talking and having fun. She's like 20 years old or something like that, and she's there with her parents. And we noticed they're wearing jackets, and they have Jack Skellington, but the movie's not out yet, so you don't really know what the fuck it is.
Right.
So as my parents start talking to him more, he was the lead animator on fucking...
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So we have pictures with these people with the original Jack Skellington shirt on. And so ever since then, I felt like a kinship to that movie as well. Like, I met the guy that made it.
He's there.
Yeah. So I love that movie. So that's my top 5. How about you?
So my top 5, I don't know if I can put them in order. I know like my top 1, 2 is...
Mine were definitely not in order either, so.
Yeah. So Elf is on the list for sure. It's a classic movie. Every single year we watch that one with the kids. A newer one here, and this is because I have kids. The Christmas Chronicles.
Okay.
1 and 2 are actually fantastic.
Yeah.
Who's that? Kurt Russell that plays Santa Claus.
Yep.
That one is actually a great Santa Claus.
And Goldie Hawn, who's his actual wife in real life, is Mrs. Claus.
100%.
Met on the movie Overboard.
Yes.
Great movie too.
That was a great movie growing up.
If you look at it now, you're like, oh, this man kidnapped this fucking woman that has no memory. Doesn't hold up well through time.
Not completely. No. I have this mole like right here, which is my parents used to always call it the Goldie Hawn.
It is exactly what she has. Yeah.
Exactly. All right, so that's 2. Let's see. The Santa Claus is a tradition. We watch it every single year.
Santa Claus is good.
The night before Christmas.
This is the Tim Allen,
his first one. And that was like my favorite as a kid. And my top one as an adult is 4 Christmases. And growing up,
fuck, I forgot about 4 Christmases.
Growing up with
split
household, I can relate to it 1,000%.
That movie is hilarious.
Yeah,
when they're on the roof. It's not a satellite, Dad. His brother.
It's not a satellite, genius. It's a satellite dish.
It's a dish. I fucking love that movie. Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah. Let's see.
What else? Is that 3?
That's 4.
That's 4. It's 4.
That's 4.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull up a list of like the...
So, have you seen that one on Netflix?
Grinch.
Oh, The Grinch.
The Grinch. That's... Any iteration of it was great.
Yeah.
I'll go with the Jim Carrey one because I was a kid about the time that came out. And
it was like the first live action Grinch, right?
And it was awesome.
What's the only live action Grinch? Yeah. Especially in characters like that. Like,
yeah.
Did you hear him tell a story about how he hated filming that movie?
Yeah, that it was like torture for him to actually get into costume and makeup for it. Yeah.
I think it was on Graham Norton's show, and he was like, the first day it took me 8 hours to get to the makeup. I went into my dressing room, I put my foot through the wall and told him I couldn't do it.
Yes, yeah.
And he goes, so their idea was to bring in a guy from the CIA that tells people how to deal with torture. And he was like, just hit yourself, fucking smoke as much as you want, eat whatever you want during this process, just fucking get your mind off it. He's like, so I would be sitting in this yak hair fucking green suit, hitting myself and smoking a cigarette, but it had to be on this long ass thing because the yak hair would catch on the side. I think there's some pictures of him like that too. That's a great fucking movie too.
That's a great.
I mean, the original one was a cartoon, right?
Yeah, which I thought that one was great too.
Yeah,
I think the kids like that one better than the adult.
The cartoon one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that.
And there's a new cartoon one that just.
Oh, is there?
It's narrated by. I think it's Chance. No, Pharrell Williams.
Oh, no shit.
Narration of that one. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I just got that right on a trivia question. That's how I know.
You do trivia?
Yeah, I love trivia.
You're still doing the trivia nights?
No, we don't do it very much, but so Taylor's stepdad, it was actually pretty cool. So their family does a Zoom conference.
Oh, cool.
With all of the family. There's probably 20, 30 family members
on
this Zoom, and they go on some website, and your phone is your answer pad, and on the Zoom, you can do a game.
That's cool.
And one person's like builds the whole trivia course, and they did like 8 different categories. So it was like 2 hours long of trivia.
Like Jeopardy style trivia, like you could pick the category and.
No, it was more like so movies was one,
Okay.
songs was one, all Christmas.
And they would say the
based, of
category
course.
before. Like, okay.
Exactly.
All Christmas based?
All Christmas based.
Oh, okay.
So I guess they do it a couple times a year, and this was like the Christmas version. Like summer, they'll do like, pop culture, whatever they do.
Magic Mike version.
Exactly. Yeah. You have to dance.
Yeah. Be as slutty as you can. That's kind of cool. That's a good way to connect with family. Like there are different states and shit. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Hell yeah.
So I popped down there. I was helping out on some of those answers.
There you go. So that's Christmas movies. We like Christmas around here. We always say happy holidays to anybody that's celebrating anything else, but we celebrate Christmas, even though I don't, I'm not a believer.
And despite the statues.
Despite the statues from the last episode, there's no Jesus in my life.
Yeah. There's
I'm pretty sure we get a lot of comments all the time that I need Jesus in my life. No, I don't.
There's not a lot of crosses hanging in that house right now.
Do you cook? Are you a cooker?
I do. Not everything. Most of the things run through Taylor, but if there's actually for Christmas, I did a turkey.
Oh, so it's like a smoked kind of thing, or what are you doing?
So we do like the rub, the brine, all that stuff.
Okay.
And then I smoked it for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Deep fried it for 20, 30 minutes.
Nice.
Just to put like a nice crispy.
On the outside?
Yeah.
Right?
So the kids hate turkey. So they came over for Thanksgiving, and it was prefaced from my ex-wife. They do not eat turkey. It's not their thing.
They don't like it?
Don't like it. Okay, that's fine. And the kids, when I brought it out, they're like, I don't like turkey. And I was like, well, you had this turkey. It's not just a baked turkey. So they tried it, loved it, now want it for every single holiday.
Ah.
So that's why we did it for Christmas, is they were raving for it. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Is that how you always cook it, or is that a new method for you?
New method.
Okay.
I was just experimenting with some different stuff, and it was freaking awesome. Like, I got to bring you some. There's some left.
I don't do much cooking either. Well, now I do. I cook all my fucking meals. But I do a lot of barbecue and shit like that.
Yeah.
So if we're having a event or, a barbecue or people over for fucking Super Bowl or something, I'll do like tri-tip, and I can make a pretty good sirloin and a really good fillet.
Yeah.
And really nice, good cuts of meat. I like meat.
Yeah, I think barbecue's
That's gonna be chopped up wrong.
barbecue is pretty much all that I did do.
Yeah.
Like while I was married. Hell, I went straight from living with my grandparents to living with my ex-wife to alone. So actually, all I used to do was just barbecue, which is actually funny on topic of this episode, which is when that whole divorce happened.
Yeah.
I had never really cooked for myself for more than a day.
Yeah.
I had to go on to like the HelloFresh and all of those. I had no idea really how to cook.
And HelloFresh is awesome. I did that too. It makes you think you can cook.
Right.
But it does show you exactly how to do things. And it's weird how much the sauces are like the same ingredients, and they all taste fucking amazing.
Yeah. So that's how I learned how to actually learn how to cook. So that I went, I didn't live with Taylor for a while after we started dating. So it was just me and the kids, and I was cooking everything left and right. We weren't going out to dinner like a lot of, the stereotypical dad who's going through a divorce, just taking McDonald's here and there. It was like, all right,
no,
I got to figure this out.
I do a lot of DoorDash, so fuck you.
Yeah. I was like, all right, I'm going to figure this out.
Cool.
Try to keep it,
Yeah, it's good to get into new habits too, and learn that you can do that shit for yourself as well.
Exactly.
And on both sides, I'm probably sure that happened.
Absolutely.
And now it's happening in mine. Yeah. Life is funny sometimes. Life is always funny and always tragic and all the things all at once. Right. I think life was meant to be gone through with someone, though, to share your triumphs and your sadness with as well. So sometimes when you're going through shit and you're alone, you're like, oh fuck, am I ever gonna find that person again? And
Right.
I don't think there's one person for everyone. I think there's a lot of people for a lot of people. I read something that was really interesting recently too that said you probably passed up on your soulmate because when you feel that spark, the spark is really the trauma you've experienced, and you see the same pattern, and that's why you think there's a spark.
Right.
And that you most likely, this boring girl that you met, you walked away from your soulmate a long time ago. Which I don't necessarily believe in a soulmate either. I think there's a lot of people, and there's people for different stages of your life and that stuff too. It's great if you can keep one for your entire life, but it's very rare nowadays.
And I think that the idea of a soulmate ruins a lot of relationships.
So much, dude.
You know, if you have someone out there looking for the person, any type of imperfection, and we're all imperfect people.
That's what makes us people.
Right. You will take that red flag or that imperfection and say, you can't be my perfect person because, you know, sometimes small things.
Yeah. Sometimes large things.
Sometimes large things.
You can't be my person because you like to fuck other people.
Right.
That would be a large thing. Let's not do that.
Small imperfection. You know?
Yeah. It's okay. She's Polly. You hear a lot of these words now.
Yeah. I don't think I can get down with that.
Well, who does? Why does? I mean, okay, I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum, but it just seems I'll just say it's not for me.
Right.
It's not for me.
Right. I mean, cheers to those that can.
Yeah, I mean, if you can do that and whatever. And
I'm just I'd be way too jealous. I know who I am. I know my level of tolerance, and it's low.
And that's it. Levels too. Like when I don't think people necessarily know what my political leanings are, and I like that.
Right.
Because I decide based on the topic. Am I liberal on stuff? Yes. If we're talking about drugs and crime, yes.
Right.
Not all crime. We're talking small crime, like prostitution or something. If we're talking about my 10-year-old daughter, I'm very fucking conservative. I'm probably the most conservative dude you ever fucking met. So I think context is lost in this fucking space, in this world. People want to, and I think as humans, we always want to categorize something to make it easy to say, okay, you're that, you're this, you're that.
Right.
And we don't want to live in the gray. But when I find somebody that can understand the nuance and live in the gray, that's when you can have a real connection.
Right. I think that admitting out loud that you are liberal on things and conservative on different things is very lost on this world.
So much.
And that's the majority of people. And people don't actually know that because it's not told to them. It's not, put out there that you can. There's not a way to do things.
Yes.
There's a million ways to do these things.
Yep. And they want to put themselves in the box too, right? It makes so much more sense if I'm just this.
Right. I like this one person, so I like all the things that they say. Like, think about it though.
Yeah. And also, okay, why are we separate? Like I like Michael Jackson's music.
It only took 3 episodes. Who had the under on the 5?
Yeah, you're gonna win that one 3.5. I think. We'll cut it before then. That was yeah. So, but I don't like what he did as a person. So, is it okay for me to listen to it and enjoy it?
Absolutely. You just gotta.
While at the same time not defending what he did, Yeah. Because there are some people that are like, oh no, I love him. I always love him. He never touched those kids. It is very obvious that he touched those kids.
He definitely touched those kids.
They all the same story. You see that fucking Netflix documentary?
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't touch him, but there's a lot of bend over, show me your brown eye.
R. Kelly.
Oh, R. Kelly too, right?
R. Kelly too, yeah.
There's some poppy hits this guy had, but he's human trafficking young women and pissing on them. He's in jail, right?
I believe he is.
Yeah, he's in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch all those on Netflix as well?
I think so. I
think the second season was a little redundant. I don't think they needed that, but the first one was.
Oh, I just thought of another Christmas movie. It was on Netflix. It's where, oh my God, why can't I remember her name? She's in. Oh my God, I'm blanking out on everything. What are those choir movies? The singing movies?
Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect. Yes, that's who's the actress? Amy? No, Amy. Fuck, I know her. I know her well too.
Yeah,
she's in a Christmas movie.
Is it Noelle?
Yeah, Noelle.
That's on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Okay, yeah, that's a great fucking movie too.
I haven't seen it.
It is awesome because there's a bunch of comedians in it as well. The guy that's supposed to be Santa Claus is fucking. Oh my God, I can't remember anybody's name now. I got nothing. He's on Saturday Night Live. Famous. I usually remember names pretty well, but there's been some extracurricular activities today.
We've had our cups of Joe's.
We had our cups.
It's not Joe.
Yeah, Noelle.
Oh, it's Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader.
Bill Hader.
Yeah.
And Anna Kendrick. Who could hate that movie?
Anna Kendrick's in a funny movie, and also with the other guy from Pitch Perfect. Mike and Dave need wedding dates.
Oh yes.
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, and that has
Zac Efron
and David
comedian. Oh, hilarious.
Yeah. That's an amazing fucking movie. Isn't not Zooey Deschanel. It's who's the other weird chick that's in that? So it's on Parks and Rec?
Yeah, she's fantastic.
She is in that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza. How could I ever forget that name?
And it's Adam Devine is the other guy.
Yeah, Adam Devine. He was also Workaholics.
Yeah.
Which are from this area. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, Blake and the other guy, not Adam. The guy with the long hair, they went to like Miramani's or some shit like that.
Oh, no way.
Oh, that's the girls one, huh? Not that one. No, that's kind of yeah. They're from the Bay.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
Hella cool people. It's a great. Did you watch Workaholics or?
I watched a few episodes of it, but not religiously. But it was a huge thing.
There's like 4 seasons, or 4 or 5. Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Hella good. Three fucking guys worked.
They did a Netflix movie too.
They did.
Game Over.
Yeah, Game Over Dude or something, right? Or Game Over Man.
Yeah.
That shit was funny too. And Adam's been in a bunch of shit now.
Yeah.
Pitch Perfect 2.
He's in some pretty good stand-up too.
Yeah.
His stand-up's good.
Yeah, he's a chunky monkey. I like him. That boy thick. Oh man. So we talked a lot about life today and just how we think, and hopefully that gives you more insight into how we think about shit. Yeah, hopefully that gives you more insight into how we think and what movies we fucking like for Christmas.
Right.
What comedians do you like? Do you watch it? You watch comedy?
Oh man, I love stand-up. So classic. We'll go classics real fast.
Okay.
Love Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. Yep.
Chris Rock's
Eddie Murphy.
number one. Eddie Murphy was great. Before my time, like going back and watching it, still stands up.
Richard Pryor?
Good. Richard Pryor is great. It's actually one of my dad's favorites.
Yeah. George Carlin.
George Carlin, I was just going to say that.
Saw him live in Vegas a couple times.
Yeah.
Amazing set. And he came up with a new hour every fucking year, too.
Yeah. George Carlin's great. Who's good now? So some off-the-wall ones that you wouldn't think, especially being a man. Oh my gosh, what is her name?
Amy Wong.
Amy Wong is good.
I just saw her at the Masonic.
Taylor, what is her name?
Oh, Taylor Lautner. No.
Guy.
That's a dude I'm into.
Oh, what is her name?
I know she has like a chubby face. No, that's
Taylor Tomlinson.
Taylor Tomlinson. And I'm sorry, I retract my statement. You don't have a chubby face. You have a very cute round face, and you're blonde. But Taylor Tomlinson is very funny.
Yeah, we went and saw her at the Oakland Paramount.
Okay.
At it. Yeah, she's great. I thought Matt Rife was good.
I agree. Okay.
That was better than...
I'll say this. All we've ever seen is the crowd work.
Right.
Which was what made him TikTok famous.
Right.
And he's great at being regular funny.
Mm-hmm.
some of the jokes weren't as well formulated as I thought. But again, I didn't even know his comedy style, really, not having seen any of his stand-up set.
Exactly.
And I know they put that stuff out because you don't burn your set by putting the crowd work out. I don't know. Maybe he should have done some crowd work. I don't know. I liked it, though. I did. And I don't think he should have been as harshly criticized for that first joke that, it was definitely strategic to be like, hey, I'm for dudes too.
Right.
And they're jokes. They're fucking jokes.
Yeah. It's just jokes.
And so
if we went back and if we fine-tooth combed every single comedian,
fuck, dude.
there'd be no one left.
No one.
Not a single person would be left.
Exactly. And then, so speaking of that, and him getting canceled for that portion, I was at the Amy Wong show, and as a dude, and she's talking about, she's recently single, she's going through divorce.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So she's saying a lot of things that I think, and again, I think Amy is fucking hilarious. I had a great time at the show. I laughed at every fucking joke I'm about to tell you, but I just think the things that she did, if a dude did it, was like, they'd be fucking immediately canceled.
Right.
And I'm a little tired of the double standard there. A little bit. Where they, a female comic can get away with a lot. And there's really not a lot of clapback for demeaning men or, putting them in their place or saying that they're a 10 when he's a 4. Like all that shit. So saying you have a little dick and, completely get away with it. But if some male dude stood up there and said the same shit, they'd be like, oh, you can't, you're body shaming and you can't, like,
right.
I think that they both should be able to do whatever the fuck they want.
100%.
That's all. We're for equal rights, right?
100%.
Let's fucking be equal.
Freedom to a fault.
Yes. Let's do it. Freedom of speech, right? Let it go.
100%.
Nate Bargatze. Do you like Nate?
Love Nick.
Nate's good.
Nate Bargatze.
Bargatze, yeah.
Yep.
He's great for kids too because he has a completely clean set. My son, my 13-year-old wants to go see him live.
Yeah. I love his dry delivery. It's great.
He might be autistic.
So my Taylor and I's first date was actually watching Nate Bargatze stand up. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yep.
Who else is good? I really like the Two Bears. So
Tom Segura.
I like Tom and Bert Kreischer.
Yes. Who I didn't realize is the inspiration for Van Wilder.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that until recently.
Yeah, he told the story about that, where he was like the inspiration, his college life was like that.
Right.
And he did get a movie made recently, though, The Machine.
Yep.
Which wasn't that bad. I thought it was going to be bad, too.
I haven't seen it yet. But
you should watch it. It's good.
I did see him the night before Christmas. He took off his shirt at the during the football game at the post.
Fuck yeah.
The post conference.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I like Tom Segura more than I like Bert.
I agree with you. I think
Tom's style of humor is just fucking very insightful and thoughtful. Right. Well, Bert's just like,
what was that?
Which is still funny. And they're both amazing together, too.
Right.
And Theo Von.
I have not seen any Theo Von. I've only seen his podcast stuff, and it is good. I think it's really good.
The way he fucking thinks is just completely different than anything. Did you know his hair's a wig?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's either a wig or like some sort of implants or something. Yeah, he didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Someone said he was on like Real World or The Challenge.
Oh, no shit?
I don't know if that's a fact.
Well, hey,
I didn't have a very reliable
look that shit
source.
up for us.
I didn't have a reliable source on that, so okay. I'm just going to say it because I thought it.
Yeah, I like the way he fucking thinks. And I like his podcast stuff too. Do you like Bobby Lee or Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino?
Andrew Santino's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They have a podcast called Bad Friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Bobby Lee he was fucking on, what was it? Not Second City, but not in Living Color. Mad TV. He was on Mad TV.
Okay.
Yeah, for a long time. Cool guy. I like his comedy is different than the podcast too, which is cool. He's like really high energy and shit. Andrew Santino just had another special that came out too. He's hella funny.
He's very funny. Who else is good? Who else is new and out there?
Are you done? There's more. I know there's tons more.
Do you like Kevin Hart?
Yeah, I love Kevin.
I think Kevin Hart's all right.
Yeah, I think that his stuff lately is becoming a little bit unrelatable and redundant.
Just too mainstream.
Yeah, but I mean, look, he's running a major corporation. He's putting a lot of other comics on too, and the shit that he does for the industry. Yeah, and he's funny as fuck. Obviously, he's Kevin Hart.
Right.
Dude, Adam Sandler just had a special. Did you see that? Dude, you have to watch that shit. Yeah. It's amazing. It's not a lot of jokes, but a lot of just funny songs. And man, each one of them was fucking amazing. And for not doing, I don't know if he stopped doing it. Maybe we just didn't see any like footage of it or something.
Right.
But he's funny as fuck, dude. And it's like an hour and a half long of just songs, and a couple talking parts in between. Mm-hmm. But I guess he would be in the classic category, right?
Right.
He definitely knew.
Yeah. Yeah, he's more in that 90s era stand-up.
I love Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald's good.
I love Norm. He's classic as well, but no longer with us, and such a Norm thing to do to fucking not tell anybody he has anything and just continue on with his show until like 2 days before he fucking passed away. Yeah. This guy.
Oh, we're forgetting a major one. Dave Chappelle.
Oh my God. The fucking goat.
Yeah. Dave Chappelle's fucking amazing.
I don't know how I'm sorry, Dave.
That's on
you. It's totally on us. You should have been in the classic category as well. Well, actually, I think
classic again today.
You bridge. Yeah, you're the bridge between.
Right.
Because you don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah. And it's the Chappelle Show was one of the. To see that on TV, you're like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah, that was a trip. That was, man, I remember watching my first Chappelle show, just like, this is amazing. How is this?
How is this on?
We watched this?
And I think the first one had the Black Klansman. It was the very first fucking episode.
Coming in hot.
The Muppets VD episode was amazing too.
Oh, the
Vagina Junction, watch your function. Take it in sperm and spit it out, baby.
When he was Prince, played basketball.
Fuck your cut.
Game blouse.
Game blouse. And Charlie Murphy then retold that story. And I think somebody else like verified that obviously it didn't go down like that, but like it's a true story. Like they went out and balled with Prince. What is Prince doing? Is Prince still with us?
No, he's gone.
What?
Yeah, Prince died a few years ago.
Oh man, sorry, Prince.
Yeah.
Charlie Murphy too.
Yep, Charlie Murphy's gone.
Yeah.
Man, I'm looking at this list of like ones that we have lost, and you got like Patrice O'Neal.
Oh, Patrice, dude. Heavy hitter.
Yeah. Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Way too soon.
Jangalang, they call it Jangalang.
Oh.
Fuck, man. Carlin's gone. I mean, he lived till he was fucking, 90 or something?
Andy Kaufman died super young.
Yeah. Yeah, Andy Kaufman was a crazy dude. And Jim Carrey played him, right?
Jim Carrey played him.
Did him justice in that movie. Yeah. He turned into Andy Kaufman in that show.
That was good.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, hopefully you learned a lot about us today. This might be our least watched episode. Now we always have fun. We always are deep and not surface level. For Cup of Joe's, thank you so much for joining. Peace.